Hey guys, Jake here. We're at Pear Tree Ranch and I've got Cody, one of our Pear Babies. He's 3 and we just finished filming Art of the Circle, the end of that course. That's for our hashtag badass Patreon members. And they have the same sire. They're both bay and they are darn near identical, hard to tell apart. Drift, who we just filmed with for the course, is the introvert, and then this is Cody. He's the extrovert. This one I think is a little bit older. He's a April 29th baby, and Drift is a June 9th baby. They've got 35 maybe rides on them now. I just took them on the road with me, so they were helping me teach clinics and whatnot, getting going and getting out and getting exposure. Being able to go to work in different environments and barns and scenarios and having to do demos. And so I want to invite you for this video to kind of follow along as I play with him. I'm gonna, I think, work on probably some pieces of Art of the Circle. Since we just worked on that with the other horse, I'd like to try to keep these guys even, and that's a good demonstration of the difference between the extrovert and the introvert, so you can really see those little details. And they're both super fun horses, they're just different. Okay, I haven't touched this horse in probably 3 weeks. We got home from 8-9 weeks on the road, and they got turned out and have been left alone. I basically spent a week spending time with my family, mowing, getting the farm cleaned up and ready to get back to work. Spent a week, almost a week, traveling to go pick up my Jeep that I bought, yay me, and seeing my family up north with Steph and Johnny. We got some good family time after me being away from them for over 2 months, and then we just got home and I've been getting training horses back in the barn and going. So these guys have been just turned out and kind of left alone at their age. That doesn't bother me one bit. So a little bit of backstory on where we're at before getting to work with this horse. Those are all little variables of things I'm thinking about. So things I notice with these horses, that they're both gritty. Okay, but look at the way he looks at that flag. He looks, and if you're not careful, I'll try to draw some of it out. I don't want to make a big stink, but if this gets up under here, see how quickly he wants to put his nose on it. I like that he turned away. Just before we turned the camera on, I kind of shush him. But if you get this, see how he gets that little side eye when it starts getting up under these front feet? Okay, I've worked pretty hard to kind of get some of that stomp and strike out of there. So see there, he just drifted out and then reconnected. And if I can just bring this in here, instead of him stomping at it, if he just scooch over, he'll find comfort, okay? And he just thinks that if he stomps it, that'll make him more comfortable and he'll kind of dominate that low flag. Oh, now look at the pickle you got yourself in. I'm gonna let him kind of not like this scenario from making bad choices. You gotta be careful. You just get to pulling hard on this. You can get some good rope burns. I don't love this, but if I can hold this, get him spun around. Till he chooses to stop and go, man, I made a bad choice. There, he kind of looked to me for help. Sure, I'll come help you. That was not so fun, was it? And if I can kind of have that be his problem for pawing with that foot and monkeying around versus that I did that to him, it's going to make a more lasting effect. Okay? And that's just things that happen in life, and he's got to get used to that. And if he had been putting more effort into getting on the circle and paying attention, like see the difference in his look now, he kind of goes, man, I better get to work. I made bad choices and now I'm kind of behind. See the difference in how he goes? And I didn't do anything to him. I just kind of let that happen and go, man, that wasn't so fun, was it? Big old lick and chew. See, and he's still connected and he's here to cuddle. So I didn't damage the relationship with that. I just set him up where he kind of got a little experience, a little life happened. So now we'll start this other way. And then I'd like to, as I bring this flag forward, see him drift out. I like that look, and I like that he's trying to look to me around the corner. If I let him pass that corner, see how this has created a corner, he can go out and around it. Okay, he can go out and around that flag. You're all right. You're all right, buddy. You're a good boy. He can make it back to me. Okay. And just like raising babies, human babies, raising horse babies, if you get a chance to touch them and love on them, I take it. Every chance I get to squeeze my kid, kiss him, hug him, love him, I'm trying to take advantage of that. Same with these horses. So I'm just putting lots of positive touch and interaction in there to keep building on that. Okay. So I've given him a working point with this flag at the shoulder for him to be looking to get around. And if I stop turning, I don't mind that. Okay, he can find his way around that and get back to me. Okay. It's like being in a maze and he's looking for the special pathway to get to the middle. Nope, there's a dead end. 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 Let him make it past it. Hey, look, I found a way in. I get the prize in the middle. Okay? He's a good boy. All right, squeezing firmly on his face. There, and I want to see it melt. There we go. Just squeeze. So we're just working on going and woeing. And working where he's at, and where he's at is, I like how he's coming around this corner and he's looking to get to me. He's got nice forward with his nose and neck, a nice shape. And if I can just kind of keep this flag there, I'm holding him out on the circle versus trying to drag him in and hold him in. Okay, and as soon as I'm not holding him out, he's getting to me. I love it. Okay. Can I bother him with this? Head came up and he just kind of backed out. Now, I'd like him to relax that head and neck, so I'll just remind him by kind of shushing the noggin. There we go. Just kind of remind him by shushing the noggin. Just remind him by shushing the noggin as many times as it takes till he just kind of finds a little comfort. And you see he's real busy with that nose. He's always looking. Okay. Busy nose, busy mind. And you see it on the outside, extroverted. Cool, dude. We'll take the canter. He's holding that hind leg way up and in there. I like the eyes and ears and the shape on me. Bam. So before we turned the camera on, I filmed about less than 2 minutes. We did a cool drone shot from above, handling him. And just a little bit of difference in how he's kind of relaxed himself. So get the rope up so he didn't get his foot over it. He's just kind of ready to go to work. And this is after almost 3 weeks of being off and not being touched. So he doesn't have this hind leg here, so I'm just kind of holding in till he gets himself organized. There, he's got it. And he's holding it, 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 he's holding it. I love it. I love it. So, if you don't know, I call this my horse burpees. It gets all the body parts and all the directions working together. It's a great little move that teaches that horse to follow their nose, work from the nose all the way through their body to the hip. Now, if you're not confident enough to work that close, I'd like this shoulder to kind of have stayed out and that hip to finish the turn, so I'm just going to push that shoulder out, bump his nose, bump, bump, bump the nose. There, till that hip steps out. Okay. Then just work further away. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Nobody says you have to work this close. Like here, I'm going to hold my ground. See how you had to kind of figure out how to not run into me. Okay, if I get to moving out of the way, the shoulder finish the turn. I want the hip to finish, so I'm going to just put a little correction on that and give him a chance to do this way again. I'm gonna just hold my ground, let him figure out that. And I'm comfortable with the fact that he might run into me. Okay, you gotta make your own choice there. And so if you're not comfortable work that close, just don't. There's nothing wrong with that. So a little cluck to get him started. There, I like he got straight before he came to me. Different than coming at me with the shoulder. Okay, when they come at you with the front end, no, no, no. When they get straight and then come to you, that's cool. Oh, goodness. Let's get this, he's rocking here. Do a hair more before I'd call this good, and then he just needs to get saddled and rode. And that might just be a tomorrow thing. Got other horses to work. I'm going to spend a little time. He hasn't quite had as much as his brother with this longer stick, so I need to start with some confidence. Make sure I can crack that and not have that mean get worried. So I like that he's putting his head down, but he's kind of it's startling him a little bit. So I would just kind of keep it going there till he doesn't startle. And it was a more relaxed head down. Then we got a little bothered again. Now we kind of found the middle ground. There, a little lick and chew, a little breath out and rub on him. Okay, so I don't want that to mean get worried. I can't remember if this is his first time having a lot of this. I would guess I've probably done some, but I know I did a demo in Wisconsin with his brother on building this correction I'm going to show you. Sneak peek to something that's in the Art of the Circle course. So I want to be able to have this going, and if I crack that whip, I want that to mean turn and face. See how this kind of meant run? I'm going to get by the fence and keep that up so that it means there, turn, face, and follow. Okay, so if you were to be in that badass tier for the Patreons, you would see right away drift, even though he kind of had one session on that, knew what that meant, and that worked. Okay, here you can kind of see this horse just got excited. So he hasn't had enough to really understand what that meant. I'll just set it up again. I'm going to give him a chance to get it out here, and then I'm ready to drift to the fence if I need to. Step back, crack the whip. Step back, crack the whip. There, he's speeding up and coming to me, which is what I want. Now, the reason I'll use this is when this swings in a horizontal plane, this speeds him up on the circle. See how that flicked towards you guys in a straight line? Watch again. It's going to swing in a horizontal plane, and I'm going to push that in a straight line towards you. That's going to speed them up, and then that whip at the end whips them straight to me if they kind of synchronize with that. Okay, so it speeds them up and then turns them around the corner to get to me with some oomph. So I'm teaching a correction so that if he were to disconnect and get out there where the rope comes off the ground, I could say, turn, face, and get up here. Turn, face, and get up here. There, he kind of saw me and went, get to you? Kind of was a question versus, I know what to do. Okay? So I would just keep working on this till it's not a question. He's confident that that's the answer. Again, I can build on this out in the open like this, or I could stay along the fence and back up and just kind of keep doing this till it gets a little more confident response there versus a bit of a reaction. And see, this shoots behind him and pops him forward and to me. There. And I just keep this hand ready to block him so he doesn't run by me. There. That I just want it to bring him. Okay. Just bring him. I'm going to set up here on this side now. This just needs to happen a lot of times till there the hip went, there the look, and then he comes, okay? So I released before the behavior happened, but it's because the setup was there. This needs to trigger turn, face, and follow. There's turn, face, but he brought the shoulders. That's that burpee move that I was talking about. I don't want that to happen. I want him to get straight there and then follow, not evade me by throwing the shoulders through. Again, very extroverted in how he gets up here and wants to put his nose and investigate that stick that's making that cracking. Step back. There. Good idea. Again, I blocked him from it meaning run by me or through me or over me. So then he thought, well, maybe he had to disconnect. And I just kept it going. Okay. Keep the stimulation going till there's no worry involved. And it's a thoughtful response. I'm going to bump the gate or the fence so it doesn't mean put your head up and out. There is no escape here. We're not looking for an escape. Just be really confident that you're there in the middle coming to me. The best time to teach a correction is when you don't need it. So he's not being bad here to warrant a correction, as some people think about it, but I need to teach him that this is just an okay thing. And when this setup happens, it just means get to me so I can rub you. Okay. See, the more times it happened, the less worried he got, and he just went, oh, I guess I'm just coming to you. So now, let's see if we can't put it to work out here in the open. I'll give him all of that, and then, hiya, hiya, hiya. Take a hard line, there, I got a straight to me. Okay? So every time it meant faster, as I went from a swoop, I went hard line, straight back. From a swoop to a hard turn, straight back. To create a straight draw. Hard turn, straight draw. Yeah! So now we've got that trot draw working. Get them started the other way. Block. Got all my blocks here. So it starts to redirect him out. Hard turn, straight draw. Yeah! What a good boy! Hard turn, straight draw. Hard turn, straight draw. There was more confident where he stayed connected with the nose. Kept it in range where I could be cuddling and rubbing on it. Okay, man, that's a short and sweet little session there. So I just got a feel for where is he at after some time off? How's he feeling about life? And he felt good. Okay, I showed you a little bit of who he is with his extroverted nature and his lookiness with that flag. And then how we could get our horses where I want to be able to hold them on the circle out, not hold them in on the circle. I want their mind holding them in. That's part of what you might learn in the Art of the Circle course. And then I showed how for him, I wanted to teach him that crack of the whip and that positioning so that he understood that means turn face and get up here right now, quickly with some oomph. Okay? So, fun little session. This is, again, one of our Pear Babies. This is Cody. So if you're interested in having nice horse like this be one of your forever partners, you can contact us about the Pear Baby program. They got their own little Facebook page, so you can learn more about them there. All right, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed getting to follow along. Again, these are one of my personal horses and things I'm doing with my own horses for fun. And they're also then part of our Pear Baby program, where they get raised up and everything that this horse has in there is put there by me and the Pear Tree Ranch crew. So they're pretty cool little dudes. All right, I'm Jake. We're at Pear Tree Ranch. Thanks for following along, and we'll see you next time.